What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. Season of Discovery is releasing this week, and I got a ton of videos related to Season of Discovery before the game goes live and after as well. So if you want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. But in today's video, I thought that I would talk a little bit about how to get a nice start on Season of Discovery, because everything on the Season of Discovery realms will be completely fresh. No one is going to have any gold. There's not going to be anything on the auction house. So starting out, if you want a smooth ride, it's nice and handy to have a decent amount of gold. And the best way to do that is what we're going to talk about in this video. And if that sounds interesting and you want to see more of it, I've made a complete gold guide for Season of Discovery. So you can find a link for that in the description down below. And it's only $10 and it comes with a lifetime of free updates. So the book is right now tailored to Phase 1 with the level cap 25 in mind. But whenever we do Phase 2, Phase 3, etc., I'm going to update the gold guide for free. And I'll send that version right at you. So at your email automatically. Now, the thing is, for those people that has played like vanilla back in the day, classic Season of Mastery, and then also classic hardcore, it's not going to come as a big shock. But the best way by far early on to make a gold is to pick up skinning, because skinning is the nicest way of getting raw gold for those early level. And you're not going to be selling anything on the auction house. You're just going to straight up vendor all the leather and the hide that you get from skinning. There's so many skinnable mobs, regardless of like which race you go with. There's always going to be a ton of quests similar to this pig spot right here, where you can skin a ton of mobs to get that raw gold. Now, why is it so important? I can almost guarantee you that all of you guys, if you don't have at least a tiny bit of focus on achieving some raw gold, is going to struggle early on. Because by just questing and not focusing on anything else, you're eventually going to reach a point where you struggle to pay for your skills at the trainer. You can't respec because that's too expensive. And you cannot keep on purchasing weapon, armor upgrades, food, and pots from basic NPC vendors. But if you pick up skinning, you can take an example of light leather, which is the first leather that you get. You can vendor one of these bad boys for 15 copper each. Might not seem like a lot, but getting like a stack of 20 light leather takes like no effort whatsoever, and that sells for 3 silver. 3 silver at early levels is quite the amount of gold. It is really, really helpful. And it doesn't really slow down your leveling speed either. Some would also argue that it would like actually speed up your leveling skill, because you're getting enough gold to buy those good weapon upgrades at every vendor that you visit. And you don't have to rely on struggling with gold for any skill up whatsoever. So pretty much what you want to do is, depending on what race you play, but if you play a gnome or if you play a dwarf, you actually have to go into Iron Forge, and you got to talk to Mr. Balthus Stoneflayer to pick up skinning. If you play human, you're slightly better off, because right here in Elven Forest, right next to Goldshire, you can find Helene Peltskinner, and she can teach you skinning. So that's like right outside the starting zone of Northshire, so that's pretty sweet. Now, if you play a Night Elf, you can pick it up on the way over to Darnassus, so it's not the worst. And then you also have a skinning trainer in the Barrens. You have this one right here in Mulgore. You can also go right outside of Undercity if you play it Undead. Or you can go into like Thunderbluff and learn it from Muranta. So my tactic has always been to finish off like the starting zone, depending on the class, like regardless of the class, in fact. And you're gonna hit like level 6. Once you do that, pick up the quests, go into the capital city if you have to, learn the flight paths, maybe even set the Heartstone, and pick up skinning, and then just go back to questing. And you're going to have no issues whatsoever to learn all your skills and weapon upgrades from that point on. Because when you level in the starting zone, like level 1 to level 6, just by doing the quests, you'll have enough gold to learn, like to follow up with, like stay afloat with all the skill and the new talents and like everything, it's no problem. But once you go above level 6 and you step into Elven Forest or Dun Mode or etc., there's going to be a lot of options for you to buy weapons at different vendors and so on, and it can be quite painful to keep up with the gold. So definitely pick up skinning, even though you're not planning on sticking with skinning on your 2, just pick it up in the early levels while you level, and then you unlearn it for whatever profession you might favor later on. So with that being said, that was pretty much it for today's video. So don't forget to check out the Season of Discovery Gold Guide linked down below, and I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye-bye.